think, like I've said before, doing Don Diva, stumbling into doing that is probably the main reason that I didn't go back, no matter how challenging things got for me, because I was constantly reminded of things that I was able to avoid, the circumstances that I could have found myself in. You know, every time I read somebody's paperwork, it's like that could happen to me. That could happen to me. That could happen to me. And that constantly reminded me of the greatness of my fortune, you know, which is to be alive, healthy, free, and functional, you know.
Shout out to Joe Budden's podcast for mentioning that on the podcast, that you were saying all that shit in Don Diva about talking on them phones and just how to move and how to carry yourself, even when you just a regular civilian in these situations.
That's right. That's right. Because they can make a case, they'll make a case. They don't care about your degree of involvement or the depth of your criminality. They don't care about that. Their job, what they get paid for, how they raise their value and ascend the steps of the rungs of success in their space, is making cases. You know how many, I mean, come on, who doesn't know how many people are sitting in jail with cases that are not theirs, or cases they got nothing to do with whatsoever, you know? And don't think that it's because the prosecutor didn't know. They knew. There's so many cases in which it was discovered that a prosecutor suppressed information or evidence that could have exonerated the person as being completely innocent, not even involved. And they're thinking about their record. And I guess there are bad and evil people out there. Just because they're not running around with pitchforks and shit like that doesn't mean they're not a bad person. They're just secretly a bad person.